off, this party looks whack. Let's take it back to straight hip-hop and start it from scratch. I'm about to bloody this jack up, everybody get back. That's what.
What's up, everybody, man? It's Knasty, official This TV, man. I want to talk about my man Eminem, man. I'm proud that he came back out, man. The Marshall Mathers LP 2 release date and cover art. First of all, I just wanted to say the Eminem Marshall Mathers LP, that was a classic album. That album, it was one of the best Eminem albums he ever dropped, period. Because I can honestly say, me, just being from Detroit, raised in Detroit, I heard nothing but Eminem everywhere. Everybody, mama, daddy, cousins, aunties was banging the Marshall Mathers LP. That's a classic album. I can put the Marshall Mathers LP as the top 10 greatest album of all time, period. That matter of fact, that was his top selling album he ever made. You know, so I'm looking forward to the Marshall Mathers LP 2. I'm looking forward to it. I'm guessing that it might not be as classical as the first one, but yet I think this might be the best album out this year. I think it's gonna top Jay-Z's Magna Carta Holy Grail this year, which is one of the best albums that dropped this year. The Marshall Mathers LP 2 will release November 5th, 2013. So that's going to be almost 2 months from now. So I'm looking forward. Executive produced by longtime mentor, Aftermath entertainer, backer Dr. Dre, as well as Def Jam's Records co-founder, acclaimed producer Rick Rubin. Okay, that sounds real good. I'm glad Dr. Dre is back producing, because hip-hop's been missing Dr. Dre for a long time. And now that I know that Dr. Dre is back producing, and he's going to produce this Marshall Mathers LP Part 2, now I'm convinced that this might be a classic album that Eminem dropped now. One of his second greatest albums, hopefully. Dr. Dre has executive produced Eminem solo albums in the past. Most recently, 2010 Recovery. I didn't like Recovery. That shit was trash. It was garbage as hell. That was when Eminem just got back out of recovery. He was fat as fuck, but you know, I didn't too much care for that album. For Rubin, this is the latest in a series of high-profile hip-hop albums in 2013, beginning with the last-minute involvement of Kanye West's Yeezus album. Rick Rubin also on hand to work with Jay-Z on Magna Carta Holy Grail, which people say that's one of the top albums this year. People can argue that. 2013 has been a major return to hip-hop for Rubin, who's produced seminal hits for the Ginger in the 1980s. We all know that. Early 90s. Between LL Cool J, Run DMC to Ghetto Boys. This will be his first work with Eminem. Wow. Rick Rubin first work with Eminem. It sounds interesting. I like to hear that album with Rick Rubin, especially. His old ass looking like Santa Claus and shit. But the Marshall Mathers LP 2 cover art features an image of a childhood home of Eminem, which was featured on one of the 2 covers of Eminem's 2000s album. Wow. The home is available for purchase on the Michigan Land Bank website. Wow. That's crazy. That picture of that house look vacant now, like from what 13 years ago, Marshall Mathers was sitting on the porch of his house on the album cover. Now when you see the house, it looked like a shithole. So it's basically just saying how Detroit looked from 13 years ago to now. There's nothing changed. It's just got a lot worse. And Eminem is sending a message out for the city of Detroit. Yeah, man, signing off is your boy Knasty, man.
Guess it's just the way that I'm dressed, ain't it? Khakis pressed, Nike shoes, crispy and fresh lace, so I guess it ain't that aftershave of cologne that made him just faint. Plus I showed up with a coat fresher than wet.